Pressing *6. This conference is being recorded.
Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the Empowerment Session, sponsored by the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, and another one of our great sponsors is P&L Acquisition Services. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. You know, the Institute is an institute for entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs. It's here where millionaire mindsets, businesses, and successful lifestyles are made. I'm William Murray, your host and president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to talk to you and give you the blessing my God has given to me on this most glorious of days. The God in me blesses and greets the God in you. I see I got my sidekick, Miss Yvonne Groves, Miss G, who is my baby girl. Hello, Miss G.
Hey, Professor Murray, and good evening, Successionaires. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the line, and make sure you have pen and paper ready because, as usual, you know there's going to be some nuggets shared today. How are you doing today, Mr. Murray?
Oh, dear, I swear I am doing so fantastic. You know, I've been working, putting together everything for my class tomorrow evening. And I'm ready to rock and roll. You know, I've been working and studying. And like I was telling them yesterday, we went down to Annapolis, Maryland in the protest. And I might mention that a little later on in my presentation. But I'm doing well, doing very good. And then we were down and they celebrated the 24th District night celebration. And it was nice. I had a very good day yesterday, and the day was very good, very nice today. So I have no complaints. I have no complaints whatsoever. And I see.
I tell you, not only have you been a businessman and an entrepreneur, but you've been an activist for the past 40-something years.
Yeah.
40 plus years.
Yeah, you're correct. You're right. Almost 50 years now I've been an activist. And I see we have on Dennis Biddle, Lily Rowley. Hello, Lily. That's my girl. I met Lily years ago. And that boy, I swear I was crazy about this little girl. She was so sweet. Still is. Brian Wingate, Douglas Rozier, Issa Ali, Kelly Andrea, and Dennis Biddle just said, hello, my brother. And thank you, Dennis, my brother. You know, it's always a pleasure. I have Regina on the line, Yvonne, Ava, Maggie, Rich. I ain't going to go through all this, y'all. Just too many names popping up here. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on the class. Y'all, I do truly want a discussion this evening. This is a topic that is really one of them type of topics no one's like to talk about, but it's something that we all need to talk about. And there's no doubt about that, whatever. Hello, Miss Chaya Marie. That my girl. Me and her, we talk on Facebook quite often, almost every day. And she is, well, I forgot where she is. She's not nowhere near here. She's near the Midwest or something like that. Sharika, hello. Oh, Miss G, you see she's speaking to you. Marie Chaya is speaking to you. She said, hello, Miss G.
Hello.
So let me go ahead and get into the session. Let me get my computer set up here so I can do this. But yeah, this evening class, y'all, is gonna be one of those type of sessions that I really want conversation with. And I've got everybody muted out, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna start the session. This evening's hello. Oh, wait a minute. Let me hit my thing. Then let me get my recording going. Hello, successionaires. This session is titled Racism. So what? You know, racism people don't realize that racism is a sick frame of mind. It is truly a sick frame of mind. How can you call yourself, and most people of them do call themselves a Christian, and how can you be a Christian and hate something that God created? And with black man being the first man created, being the first man on earth, how can you hate what God created? And you call yourself a Christian? Because the same God that made you, made me, just made me first. See, economically, people of color are financing racism. And I'm going to break that down a little later on, explain that, how we're doing that. See, you want to eliminate racism. For us people of color, to eliminate racism, we've got to start supporting our black-owned businesses. I mean, we can't, they don't hire us fairly. They don't offer us a good wage. They put us in just enough to starve us, but not enough for us to really survive and live a nice life. Evil will always win when the good does nothing. Now think about what I just told you. That's in anything. Evil will always win when the good and the right does nothing. We as a people are holding ourselves back. There's no doubt about that. We are holding ourselves back by not supporting our businesses, our companies, our schools, our education. We've got to support that. There's no doubt about that, y'all. I mean, we can't keep doing what we're doing and expecting different results. What do they call that? Insanity. And that's just what it is. Let me explain something to you about my people, black people, African American people, and people of color. Well, let's just say right now I'm going to give you the GNI, which is the gross national income of people of color. It's $1.4 trillion a year. And we are customers and not investors. Now, let me explain that to you. We spend money as quick as we get it. We buy the latest and the greatest of whatever is the latest and the greatest, the biggest TVs. A brand new car for that year, which is dumb. The latest phone that comes out, which is dumb. The latest fashion that come out, which is dumb. I mean, it makes no sense. We are financing our own demise without even realizing it. And a lot of us do, but those who got to have the latest and the greatest don't realize all you're doing is hurting you and your people and your family. We have to start investing in us. We are buyers and not business owners. See, one thing, here's the reason that we do that. To us, the colonizers, ice is colder. That's dumb as hell because, believe it or not, I don't care who has it. Water freezes at 32 degrees, don't care what color your skin is. One ice is no colder than the other. But that's not how we see it. We just don't understand how we're hurting ourselves and our family. And we are. We have to start patronizing our own businesses. We do. We really, I mean, it's such a large picture that we don't understand, and we can't see how we're financing our own demise because we're too busy being cool, having the latest and the great, bragging. Oh, I just bought these shoes, these red bottoms. Or I just bought some Jordans at $200. Or I just bought this S10 and 11, whatever it is, and the latest iPad. Man, I just got me a 54-inch television. I just bought me a brand new Mercedes, brand new Benz, brand new BMW. Come on, y'all. As long as you can get from point A to point B in your car without any problems, any hassles, why are you going to trade it in and keep making them rich while you're struggling like hell trying to pay your car note? And then when you do buy a car and you pay it off, don't stop paying that note. Continue to pay that note, but this time you're paying that note to you. Put it in a bank account. If your note's $350, when you pay that car off, you take that $350 and put it in an account somewhere. You pay yourself. You keep paying that note, but you pay it to you. Then you're building your future. You're building your riches, your income, your wealth. See, one of the problems that we have, and this is large now. I'm really getting into some stuff, and I want you to understand what I'm saying. We go into our communities looking for a job, or we go into communities looking for a job instead of a business. See, they come into our communities looking for a business, not a job. See, if you're looking for a job, they're going to pay you just enough to keep you working and enough to keep you starting your own business. But if you come to a community looking for a business instead of a job, you're building a financial windfall for yourself in the future. So we got to stop living for now and start living for the future. We have to start investing in us, in ourselves, in our family, in the community, and people that look like you. See, now here's something that you got to realize. See, they've got you brainwashed. There is no doubt about it. We are so damn brainwashed, it literally makes no sense. If I'm talking about our community, is poor, why do all other people open up businesses in our community, in our hood, and become rich? No, they got you convinced that it's a poor neighborhood. No, I got news for you. That's where the hell the money is. The consumers are. The consumers are spending money in our hood and making all these little mom and pop stores, these little businesses rich. If we're so damn poor, how come they're getting rich off of us? You can't get rich off of people that don't have any money. It's impossible. You have to have money to spend money. How are they getting rich? Buying all these big homes, all these big cars, all the latest and greatest traveling all over the world off of our money if we're so poor. Think about what I'm telling you. Y'all, they've got you so damn brainwashed that you think that the hood is poor. If the hood is so poor, why come all the damn nationalities are opening business in our hood and getting rich? But yet they got you convinced that the hood is poor. That's bullshit. You got to realize, to stop being consumers, learn how to cook, quit eating all this fast food, which is killing you anyway. Stop getting the latest and the greatest, because you got to show somebody you're showing off. Why are you showing off? Why are you showing off? Who the hell are you trying to impress? You better impress yourself with a bank account and money in it. That's it. Why are you trying to impress somebody? Oh, I got that. Oh, I just went and bought me a brand new this. And I went and bought me a brand new house. Girl, this thing cost me $225. Oh, I took this lady out. Man, I spent $300 on this lady last night. Duh. It makes no sense. We are looking at things backwards, if you know what I'm saying. The reason they move into our neighborhood open business is because that's where the people are that spend money and don't save a damn dime. They know there's money there. That's why they come to our hood and open up their businesses. See, once we stop going into the neighborhood and looking for a job and start looking for businesses, it'll change, y'all. You wanna grow a people, open up businesses, hire people that look like you, and give them value Give them value. Wake up, people. Or we all through. Wake up. Realize what you're doing. See, here's the thing I'm going to tell you right now. And you can like this or not like it. I don't care. You're either part of the solution or you are the problem. Anytime you think somebody's ice is colder, you got a problem. I told you earlier that all water freezes at 32 degrees. I don't care what color the person is with the water. It's all going. So why are their ice colder than ours? And then we got that, well, their business is better than ours. No, it's not. It's psychologically, they've got you thinking and hating people that look like you. That makes no sense. Because here's the thing about it. You don't like doing business with black people. But you have a niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, mother, father, sister, brother that looks like you and they want to start a business. But you don't trust other black people, but other black people are looking at them saying the same thing. So where does that leave us? Up the creek without a paddle. Period. Until we start supporting our own businesses, opening our own businesses, building our own communities, we're going to keep going back. We're going to keep begging. Just keep begging. You want a solution to the problem? Start supporting people that look like you. I'm not being anti-white, y'all. I'm not. I'm just being pro-black. We are the only people that don't support each other. You're Spanish. You're Asian. You're white. And all those support each other. We don't. We support them. We give them our money to take to their community or to their family, and we broken poor as hell. Because we don't support each other. Because as my business grow and I hire 9 out of 10 chances, I'm going to hire somebody that look like me. It might be you. It might be your family member. It might be your cousin. It might be your best friend. Once we learn the system and how to build wealth, we're going to keep struggling. Because we're going to keep begging. It's just that simple. You ain't got to like what I'm telling you, but reality is reality. I say truth and fact are undefeated. I'm giving you truth and fact. You can argue with me all you want to, but it's an argument you will never win because I got truth and fact behind me. So you ain't got to like it. Like I said, if you aren't working with us on a solution, then you are the damn problem. Wake up, people, or we all through. Racism? So what? Yes, racism's out there. Yes, people don't like you. Yes, they hate you because your color. That doesn't have nothing to do with you hating yourself or your people. Because the thing is, they are not only hurting themselves, which is now, like you got companies out there that refuse to hire black people. But I'm better qualified. So you're going to hire someone that's not qualified as me, can't do the work I can do as good as I can do it. So otherwise, you're getting a person who isn't qualified to give you what you need. You're just giving someone a job that looks like you. There isn't nothing out there that we can't do. And see, here's one thing. See, now all colonizers, all white people aren't our enemies. Just like all black people ain't our friend. You got to realize that. You got to pick and choose. All white people don't hate us. You know what? White people, some white people out there are just as tired and hate racism as much as we do. But you got some dumb black folks that just don't get it. They will keep supporting businesses that don't hire people to look like them. You're taking your money, now your money, and putting it in a bank that won't give you a loan. That makes no sense. I want to tell you, ask your church what bank they're dealing with. And then you go to that bank, try to get a loan, and watch what happens. That's your money they putting in there. But you can't go to that bank and get a loan. Hello. That's hustling backwards. Yes, black people do support themselves every Sunday at church. And then the church takes and put it in a bank where you can't get a loan. That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. We can build our own national Black Wall Street right here in America. $1.4 trillion a year, and we don't spend it with us. We might spend the 0.4% with us, but that $1 trillion, come on, y'all. Stop shooting yourself in the foot and wondering why come you limping. Think about what like I say, you ain't gotta like what I'm telling you. Because if you don't, then you're not ready for truth and fact. And I'm gonna keep telling you that if you're not part of the solution, then you are the damn problem. Period. You ain't gotta like it, but it's true. You ain't gotta like it. I don't care if you don't like it. Sometimes truth hurts. And when it comes to success, look, if we don't know how to build or do something, and someone else does, all you gotta do is BDI, baby. Borrow what they did, duplicate what they did, and improve upon it to fit your situation. We don't know everything, but hell, we got the ability and the knowledge and the wisdom and the know-how to follow someone who's successful. BDI, borrow, duplicate, improve upon, fit your situation. See, they got you convinced that you were a savage back in Africa, which is the biggest lie, because we were the most educated, knowledgeable people on earth. When we were brought here and made into slaves, we were doctors, lawyers, architects, plumbers, you name it, we were it. We had our own universities, but they can't tell you that. See, if they're educating you, they're controlling you. If they're feeding you, they're controlling you. Tell me this. I want y'all to tell me this. What is it that they can do that we can't do better? Think about it. I want you to answer that question. What is it they can do that we can't do better? Except hate. We don't have hate in us. We are very loving and forgiving people. We're the fashion. We're the fashion. We're the rhythm. We're the lovers of self. And we're the color of the world, baby. Hate is not in our DNA or our spirit. Y'all, you look around at our fashion, and they copy it. Look at our rhythm, and they copy it. Look at how we love each other, brother this and sister that, and love and all of that, and they try to copy it. Unity, baby. We got to unite. You know what? You want racism to disappear or have no value? Hit him in the purse, baby. Hit him in the pocketbook. Hit him in the pocketbook. And you'll see stuff changing. Because we don't really need them. We really, 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 really don't. Hate and racism is a dark cloud that they have to carry constantly over them. Because it's hard to hate. That's a cloud, baby. That's a cloud that's over you on a sunny day when you hate and you're a racist. While we have love and brotherhood and sisterhood all over us, look at how we greet each other all the time. But they're trying to copy that from us. How we love and give dap and hug upon greeting one another. They try to copy that. I told you, we're the rhythm. Rhythm ain't only music, baby. It's a stride, baby. It's a pride. That's us. That is us. That is why the sun and its light is a blessing to us and a curse to them. See, we can go out in the sun, all we're going to do is get blacker, baby. And it's going to give us youth. It's going to give us a glow. But what it does to the colonizers, it burns them and ages them. Where it gives us youth and that glow. That's why every day, if you are a person of color, go out in that sunlight. Get that vitamin D. Be that melanin. Because all it'll do is make you healthy. Give you that glow. I live in the daylight, y'all. I live in the sun. Because I'm feeding my... And look how healthy I am. I know what's good for me. Racism is a sickness of the mind. We must study and learn and teach our history. Now, here's why we are like we are. Because we don't take the time to study our ancient civilizations and our history. You want to save yourself, save your family, study ancient civilization, and whoa, do you have a wake up coming, baby. You have a wake up coming. Once you learn your greatness, like I said, we come from kings and queens. But more than that, because everybody couldn't be a king and a queen. But we were a very peaceful, loving, giving people. Period. We are a loving people. We're copying off of... See, here's the thing now. You got to realize. We traveled the world long before when they were still in caves. We were out there traveling the world, educating the world and learning knowledge from other people. We were sharing knowledge and information. See, when you got a peaceful person, someone of cruelty will win most times because you're a person of peace. See, they conquered this country here through violence. They conquered the world through violence. When the world was a peaceful people. But we greeted them with a handshake and they cut off and they stabbed us in the back. Think about what I'm telling you. You ain't got to like it. If you think I'm lying, study your ancient history. Study it. We must stop going to our oppressor and asking them to stop oppressing us. Duh! You go into the problem and ask the problem to stop being a problem. Y'all think about what I'm telling you, what I'm saying. It's like eating pork and expecting to not get high blood pressure. It ain't gonna happen. If you eat pork, you're going to get high blood pressure. You ain't got to believe it. You ain't got to like it because you like pork chops, you like ribs, you like pig feet, and that stuff. Yeah, keep eating it. Watch what happens to you. There is no way you will not have high blood pressure eventually. It is impossible. Well, that's the same thing. Going to the oppressor and asking him to stop oppressing us. Only a fool lets their oppressors educate their children and feed them. Only a fool will go to his enemy and ask him to feed you. Ask him to take care of you. Ask him to educate you. Are you out your mind? Come on, people. Wake up or we all through. We must educate our own children and stop letting them feed us. Now, here's why I'm going to explain that a little bit. Once we start educating our children, they are going to take that education and expound on it. Make them curious. to want to learn more about their ancestors. We just had, my sister passed a little over a month ago. And I've done research on my family, on my heritage. And when we were together in the basement, we were having fun laughing at when they raised it. You know, y'all get the family together and you laugh at silly stuff you did and laugh at each other. Well, I got the floor and I started explaining to them about our heritage. How my grandfather was the first African American in our family. He started the family of Jacksons. And he married a Cherokee woman whose parents were 100%, her father and her mother were 100% Cherokee. So that means that when my grandfather had children, my mother was the first generation through the wedding, the marriage, and the birth of a black man and an Indian woman. My mother was the first generation. And when my mother had children, which is me and my siblings, that means we were the second generation. And my children, my son, is the third generation. That's it. And when I broke it down, explained them and showed them that we come from a Cherokee nation that was in Virginia. And my grandfather married my grandmother and had children to make my mother the first generation of black and Indian, although the tribe was the black Cherokees. The Cherokees were black. They weren't red Indian. They were black Cherokee. And then that made me the second generation removed. So I'm not that far removed from being a pure Cherokee. And it shows because I don't shave, never shaved, don't have no hair on my body, you know. And my wife, you see my mother right off, you know, Cherokee. So and my grandmother, you see my grandmother. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it that she's Indian. And I'm proud of my heritage. I claim it. I claim my heritage. So once we stop letting them educate and feed us, we start learning our own heritage and everything. Everything's going to be better. You want to stop oppressing us? Stop giving them the money and the power to do so. We give them the money and the power to do so. We're giving it to them. Be self-supportive. Y'all, we've got to support each other. Now, see, I've got people asking me questions right now, and I'm going to get to the questions. Don't worry, y'all ain't got to like what I'm telling you, but I got something I'm giving you first. And I'm going to get to my replies. But we must stop giving them the right to feed us. And then we take away the power from them to starve us. Do you know how many black farmers out there are out there that we could use for food, produce, and food? They're there. We can start our own black nation right here inside of this nation. We don't need them. And if they know something we don't, BDI, what the hell you think they're doing to us? Where do you think all these great inventions come from? Us. We can and must build our nation within this nation. It is a must that we do that. Wake up, people, when we all through. Racism? So what? Once we start working together, racism has no value to nobody but the racists. Because we don't need them. We can 1.4 trillion? Come on, y'all. We can build our own. They take care of ourselves. We've got farmers, we've got inventors, we've got factories, everything out there. And when we don't have it, we stick together, we can build it. Wake up, people, or we all through. We must keep working on us and our true history and keep working on the road to success. Now, I've been having people know why come I'm not answering their questions. Y'all give me time. I'm teaching. I'm in a class. If you don't like the class, hey, you can, like they say, walk out the class. Don't wonder why come I'm not answering your question, because I record things on more than one way. I'm going to get to you. I always do. So be patient and listen and learn. That's our problem. We listen to reply. We don't listen to learn. That is one of our main problems, is we always listen and give a reply. And we don't listen to learn. And that's a class I was teaching. You ain't got to like it. Like I said, truth and fact are undefeated. But until you open your eyes and realize the problems and issues we have, keep listening to answer. And that way you'll never know, because all you do, you're just not listening to learn. Why are you lecturing when you should be listening, learning from those of us who know what you're talking about? Perhaps you should tailor your teaching to a different audience. Now, Wenzel Witten, you can hang up. You ain't got to tune in. I'm not forcing you. If you don't like what I'm trying to give you, bye. Just that simple. You're right, Michael. It's a presentation. That's what it was. I teach. And like I said, if you don't like the class, you can always just walk out the room. Change the channel. Go to something else and go to not knowing. And Michael, you heard talking about, I see you just want to preach and not deal with truth. Hey man, if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to face the facts and the truth, man, you ain't got to listen. Who's forcing you to listen? I know what I know. I've been an entrepreneur 43 years, man. I'm a hell of a lot older than that. And if you don't want to face the fact of what I'm teaching you, you are part of the problem. You're the problem. Because I know you go and patronize people that don't look like you. And you wonder why come your family and everybody around you is struggling and can't get a job. Because it's people like you that cause the problems that we have. Because you don't want to support those that look like you. But if you start a business, you want us to support you. And Michael said, you don't listen in to know that I do a presentation, then I open the lines. My love is there. Don't ask what happened to my love. My love is there. My love is there. There's no doubt about it. And those who know me know I love you, because you ain't paying a dime for this. Every time I do this, I'm spending money. I've been doing this for over 6 years. I've done over 400 shows. And I've got people tuning in and listening and learning. And I haven't put a gun in nobody's head and made them listen. Everything's strictly voluntary. Yeah, Michelle Uhura. Yes, you got an issue. You got a problem. You want to listen to reply and not listen to learn. And I see you complaining the whole time you're putting complaints out there. See, I got a lot of people that listen on a regular basis. You're new. Yes, Jenny, I did curse. I think I said damn. And thank you, Jenny, for loving me. And Lisa Smith Moore said, truth, my brother. And I appreciate that. Y'all, I'm through fussing. But I mean, those of you who don't know me and don't understand my system and what I'm doing, because like I said, it's not costing you a dime. You can politely turn me off. I don't care. Because I'm spending money to give education to my people that want to learn. I've helped many of people start and grow their business and their lifestyle. Those who are complaining, y'all ain't ready. Lines are open, y'all. Star 6. Star 6. Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Because y'all don't realize, y'all, I've been activist for 40-something years. I've been arrested so many times protesting for us to have rights that we have. I've been in jail, y'all, protesting so you could have the rights that you have. How many of y'all have been arrested because you were out there protesting for rights, human rights? Don't care what color you were. I've been doing it 40-something years with some of the greatest minds and the biggest activists out there, because I am one of them. Y'all just don't, those who are complaining don't have no idea who I am. All you want to do is complain. Lines are open, y'all. Somebody talk to me, *6. Or if you got something to say online, go ahead. I just read most of them off. Lines open.
Hey, Mr. Murray.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
The Queen is on the line. Oh my God, I just came in like 15 minutes ago, but I'm last minute too. And then I had to go to Facebook actually to read the comments to see what you were talking about. And I think someone said it really well, that people didn't realize that this is a lecture, not a time for them to talk. And if they actually knew that, if they listened before, they would know that you normally give people a chance to talk in the end. And this is your program. And I don't know, maybe we can somehow put this out to people ahead of time so they won't be trying to cut you off and talk while you're talking, because it is your program, it is your platform, and you said it to them very well. Hey, get on your own, because this is your time and your platform. It's even on your Facebook page. People have to realize that you can't come at people when you're on their page. You have to give them their time, and they will open up. So I like the way you said that, even though one time I said, oh Lord, he's starting to fuss, but I definitely understand why you were trying to explain it to them. And we have to learn as people, you guys. Mr. Murray was talking about a lot of different things, but it's his opinion, and we all have opinions, and that's one of the things I love about social media, because we're able to share our opinion, and we may not agree with someone else's opinion. Well, you have your own media, you have your own platform to put your own opinion out there. And a lot of times some people give you an opportunity to even share your opinion or do a different opinion, but you have to respect someone else's opinion when you're in your space. I think one of the biggest issues I have with social media is we always want to try to control people and make them think that, okay, well, this is what I believe. Okay, that is your belief. But you can't force what you believe or your opinion on anyone else. Mr. Murray is just talking. I mean, I've listened to Mr. Murray shows several times. I know Mr. Murray from the community, and I know where me and Mr. Murray agree and disagree on. But I don't force my religion on Mr. Murray, just like he doesn't force a lot of things on me. And we have to learn to respect each other's space and each other's opinion. And we have to learn to do that within the United States as a whole. The problem is we want to force what we believe or our values on other people. You cannot do that. You cannot. You have to learn to not only to be proactive instead of reactive, but you got to learn to listen also, and listen and understand that we're in a diverse society, and people are different. People have different beliefs. People have different ways of doing things, and people are different, but you have to respect the person, what they do, and who they are, and respect and give them their space. And that's all I have to say for today, Mr. Murray.
Thank you, Miss Queen. But you know something, and people, I wasn't really fussing. I was just making a point that, like I told you, truth and fact are undefeated. What I'm giving you is truth and fact. I'm not just pulling stuff out and being like I say, I'm not anti-white. I am pro-black. I have been fighting for my people since I was 19, before I was 19. When I came to D.C. and got into the movement, and I started putting together marches like the Million Man March, and I had a penny in that nickel, and then the Redeem the Dream March, the Enough's Enough movement. I was one of the organizers of that in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Don't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I lived it.
A lot of people don't understand it, Mr. Murray, because we're living in a generation where some of them haven't even experienced these things. Some of them have been so sheltered with the things of this generation. And I have to say, I was born in the 60s, right when everything was right over in 62. So a lot of that I didn't have the experience. But I travel a lot, so I have experienced prejudice. I've had experienced it even just going to buy food in certain areas and people looking on me. So I experienced it working through the job. So it's not to say that people don't realize that it's not out here. It's out here. They just haven't been through the things that you have been through. But what we need to learn to do is we need to learn to listen to our people who are more wise and people who have been through these things, because one of the biggest issues I have in life is that we think we know everything as a society, but we know nothing, especially as African Americans. You know nothing. If you don't know the history of your forefathers, if you don't understand what you've been through, if you don't understand that roots and Kunta Kinte and all of that is for real, and a lot of us stop saying, oh, well, that wasn't part of my family, or I'm not coming from Africa. Get it. Because you're the first person, as soon as a police officer pull you over and the color of your skin is black, they don't care whether you were born here. And they don't even care if your parents are white and black. All they see is your black color of your skin.
Yes.
And so we have to stop thinking that. Michael Jackson, a whole lot of people with money had to realize that. It doesn't matter. They look at the color of your skin. So we have to stop saying, well, I'm not for that. We have to prepare our children. We complain because a lot of our children are going through a lot of things now in today's society, and they saying, well, they're being pulled over because they don't know how to respect or talk to the police. They don't realize how far we came. It's because we didn't teach them. We really thought that we have it made, and we don't realize that you got to know where you came from to know where you're going. And even to know that, you got to teach the next generation, hey, you never know where you're going to have to face, where you're going to be pulled over. This is how you should act. Just to get through this, you can complain afterwards, you can file a lawsuit afterwards, but you got to get through that situation first. And we haven't even taught our children that.
You know something, Belinda?
We need to know our past.
Some people don't know that. Now, right now, they're really honoring Jesse Jackson a lot because he's, Jesse is under the weather. Jesse got Parkinson's, and he's starting to lose a lot of his movement and control. And they don't realize, and then you look at Baba Dick Gregory. Look at Walter E. Fauntleroy. But see, what people don't realize that those were my mentors. They're the ones that took me under their wing when I was younger, so I could take over when I got older and pass it on, which is what I'm doing. Because now, like, they don't realize that when Jesse and them was leading all these, after doing all these speaking and all these marches, I was the organizer. I was one of the organizers. I didn't stand on stage and speak, but they couldn't have had those protests, those marches, if I wasn't one of the organizers. Somebody had to organize the march, had to make sure all the I's were dotted, all the T's were crossed, everything was set up, that we talked with all your law officials, that we had all the permits that we needed. Well, that was me. They were just the ones that was out front speaking. They couldn't have did that if it wasn't for people like me. So they were my mentors. Yes, I was sitting back and I was quiet, but I put in the work. I'm the one that put the work, made sure these marches where they had 100,000 people were put together right, and where the people wouldn't get hurt, and that we knew the marching path, and we had to shut the streets down, had to shut the cities down. That was me. I was the one doing that. We were the ones doing that. Everybody out front wasn't the one that was out front. They were just the speakers. Reverend Fauntleroy taught me something I'll never forget. He used to tell us all the time, if everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot. But we always had a committee of 6 or 8 people to put all these big marches together. Dick Gregory told me 2 things. I'll never forget it. He saved me. He says, when you're marching, if you're going to be an activist and you're going to march and protest, don't be afraid to die. That was his thing. When you can't be afraid to die. He says you got to have the spirit of a turtle. You got to be soft on the inside, hard on the outside, and not afraid to stick your neck out. I love the fact that they taught me this, and that's how I live. Like, that's why I don't fear death. I have no fear of death whatsoever, because I was taught by the great ones how to protest and help organize and build things for my people. Lines are open, y'all. Somebody talk to me. *6. Okay, Michelle, I have been listening to you for 4 years. I asked questions. Who was forcing anything? I wouldn't say nobody's forcing anything, but I always give usually I give a half an hour 20-minute half an hour presentation. Then I open the lines because I got to have a subject topic that we can talk about. Racism is one of them. That's something that nobody really would know. And it's not powerful. We make it powerful. Lines are open. Somebody talk to me. Brother Drew.
Hey, Brother Mary.
How you doing, my brother?
Hey, just wonderfully well. I was listening to Sister Queen, something that she mentioned. It was about that movie Roots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make this quick, but I want to share something that's very important, because there is a intrinsic and extrinsic factor that we're dealing with here. when the individual name was Kunta Kinte, and that was his intrinsic value. He was Kunta. But when he was being whipped, he got whipped so much, he became Toby. That didn't change what was on the inside of him.
Right.
But it changed how he reacted to the punishment. Because intrinsic value cannot be seen.
What did Louis Goss's character tell him? You will always be Kunta, but to them you can be Toby.
So the only point that I'm going to share is we have an intrinsic value in our culture that has not been explored to the greatest degree that it could have been, or have been, or should be. When I grew up, when I was in grade school, to learn to read, we had Dick, Jane, Sally, Puff, and Spot.
Yep.
That was reading material.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with the black man.
Nothing.
It was just reading material. So it wasn't intrinsic as far as my culture, but it was extrinsic as far as learning to read. Had nothing to do with what was going on inside of me as far as my family tree.
Right.
So the only thing I'm sharing is there is a extrinsic value, there is an intrinsic value. That intrinsic value that is of the culture of the black man always is going to be there. That extrinsic value is of the other expression, and that is always going to be there. So that dichotomy is structured, and we have to choose which way we are going to go, or choose this day who you're going to serve. You know, you can't serve master and mammon.
You know,
we have to look at the intrinsic value.
Right. And you know something, Brother Drew? George Fraser says something one time, and I love this. And I keep this on my mind, and I use it on me. He says, what if we weren't bought here, but we were sent here? God controls it. What if we weren't bought here, but were sent here? Because we are the conscience of America. We were the great inventors. I know they tell you that so-and-so invented this and so-and-so invented that. What they don't tell you is that we weren't allowed to have patents. The masters could patent our invention and claim it. And that's what they did. They patented our inventions and claimed it, when we were the ones that invented them. We brought that technology with us here and educated them on it, because you know we are you know we introduced soap to the world. They had no idea about soap cleaning themselves. We introduced soap to them. So, and you're right, Michelle Uhura. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin, you are so correct on putting that out there. Thank you. Thank you. So y'all, until we wake up and realize that we are still mental slaves, and we, like I say, once your mind is a weapon, you are not fit to be a slave. I can't be a slave. Miss Queen and I were together yesterday when we went to the protest. You know why we protested yesterday? I'm going to tell y'all, because a lot of y'all don't know why we protested yesterday. There's an elected official, a delegate, right here in Maryland, was in a cigar bar or something like that. White lady. She said, this guy talking about, well, you know, he's doing something in Prince George's County. This white elected official said, we're doing something. And she said, she's elected, she says, oh, that's a nigger county. She said, that's a nigger county. Prince George's County is the richest black county in the country. I live in the richest black county in the country. and she called it a
Yeah,
nigger
and
county.
the person was saying that they campaigned for office in Prince George's County, and they were talking about the neighborhoods that they had to go and campaign and talk to the people, and they said, "Oh, you campaign in that nigger county."
And nigger county. Now, y'all, that's racism. So what we were protesting yesterday, but they've already they've censored her. They've taken her power away from her. Even down to the governor, who is a Republican, said she should resign. The Black Caucus said she should resign. The NAACP said she should resign. And a lot of Republicans tell Democrats, and she's a Democrat. She lives in a basic white racist county. I'm not going to tell you no lie. Hartford County is. There's very few blacks in Hartford County. And she like I said, the right one heard her when she said, "Oh, you're campaigning in a nigger county," and it got out that she said it. Tell me that's not racism. Now this has cost her what they make about $60,000 a year, plus all the great benefits.
It's the benefits they want to hold on to. That's all.
Yeah, their benefits are fantastic. They ain't got to pay for nothing.
And the perks that people like the perks of them being, "Oh, you a senator." The perks is when you come to the room, you're recognized, your community, or you're a delegate. It's the perks.
And the power.
And the power. That's how it is.
Perks and power.
Yeah, and Mr. Murray, I noticed when I went on Facebook, someone, I don't remember who it was, that commented on about black people don't like their self. That I believe, and I can go back on it. They said that they believe that black people believe they're ugly or something like that, or don't like their self. But I had to bag the difference on that, because I think that's just some people with low self-esteem. Because Mr. Murray will tell you, I'm a queen. I know I'm a queen. I walk like a queen, carry myself like I'm a queen, and nobody couldn't tell me I'm the finest queen out here. So I think it's people who have no pride in their, in their self. It's just like, one of the things we were taught, like Bruno at our church, you have 3% who are leaders, 87% who are followers, and 10% are destroyers. And that's the same thing in life. You have people who know they're all that in a bag of chips, and you can't tell them no difference. Even when they ain't, you can't tell them, but I know I am. And then you have people who have low self-esteem, even when they are nice looking. Their self-esteem is so low, that they don't even realize there's nothing wrong with you. Get out and you get yourself together, get out the mirror, so you just have different groups of people. And that's an inside thing. It has nothing to do. And that's the same thing with, I think, what she was putting when she was talking about businesses, because that's the way she said it to her. But it's the same thing in life with everything. It's you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. If you don't believe that you can achieve, not just, I don't care what color you are, whether you're African American, whether you're white or Spanish, if you don't believe in yourself, then who else is going to be? And even when songs say we fall down and we get back up, everything is not always going to be perfect. There's going to be times you're going to fall down. In life and family, through my family history, through my 56 years of life, it has not always been good. I have to say the good has, thank God, outweighed the bad, but it has not always been good. But
it's the bad that gives you the greater lessons. It's the bad that gives you the greater lessons. Now, y'all, a lot of y'all know I'm almost 70 years old. I'm not no spring chicken. I'll be 70 next year. And I've been out there with these great people that you hear about. Your like I said, your Jesse Jacksons, your Baba Dick Gregory's, your Reverend Fauntleroy's, your Bishop Stallings, and Coretta Scott King, Rosa Parks. I was there. I was with them. So you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. I lived it. You are listening to someone of history right now. You have no idea the stories and the things I could tell you. And there's a lot of things that I can't tell you. It's just things that I really can't tell you. That I know, but I really can't tell you. Because, we did everything up and up, but still we had them private meetings and things we had to do just for my people. That's why I say I didn't mind going to jail, getting arrested, protesting and marching. It was part of the package. And I accepted because I knew it was for my people. It was one time me and Barbara Dick Berry got arrested. We went there and took over that jail. not took over. We start talking to the inmates. And that jail was just as calm and quiet. And they were listening. They were trying to get to us. Just to listen and learn. Because everybody knew who Dick Gregory was. They didn't know who William Murray was, but when I came out, they knew who I was. So y'all, I lived it. Now, I'm not giving you something that I don't know. I'm giving you history. I lived it. And I wish they would do a documentary on me. Y'all would get one hell of a wake up. Now, here's something I want to tell y'all. And Brother Drew, you talked about how they beat Toby. Kunta, and made him Toby. Well, I got news for y'all. Y'all ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, and I don't care. They did the same thing with you. They beat Christianity in you. Made you accept Christianity. And here you still, right now, following their belief. Y'all, I got news for you. The Bible ain't nothing but a storybook. You ain't got to like what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you to open your eyes. I'm going to give you 2 books I want you to read. And you ain't got to like it, but you want to learn about your people and your history and your belief and the things you had back in ancient civilization. Read the Nile Valley Contribution to Civilization by Anthony Browder. The Nile Valley Contribution to Civilization, the N-I-L-E, Nile Valley. And then read the book by Finch, Dr. Finch. Echoes of an Old Dark Land. Read that book. I think it's Charles Finch. I think that's his name. But I know the name of the book, Echoes of Old Dark. Read those 2 books. One of them ain't no more than that. Dr. Finch's book is very thick, but he's getting to you. He's going to make you. And the one by Tony Brown, very easy to read. It's maybe a couple hundred pages or so, more than that. But because I talk, but read those 2 books. You want to learn about your people and how you are and how great you were. Read those books. So you'll stop trying to follow this white man's education and routine. Turn off that television. They're telling their vision and you're eating it up. I hate white television because I'm getting nothing. All it's going to do is brainwash you. And you're eating it up. That's why you're consumers. And not investing in. That's why come you don't like your people. Because they got you thinking all you do is cuss, fuss, disrespect your mama, your dad, and everybody else. When really we don't. But if you do, it's because you're following that European, where they showing you on TV always cussing and fussing, always in the drugs. I got news for you. There are more white people hooked on drugs than blacks. There are more white people on welfare than blacks. Per capita. I'm talking about per capita, not just in volume. Per capita. But they can't tell you that. 83% of most white people that are murdered are killed by other white people. They can't tell you that. They got to always show black people doing crime when white people do more crimes than blacks. Who owns the media? We don't own it. They do. Lines are open. Somebody talk to me. We ain't got but a couple minutes, y'all. Somebody talk to me. If you got something to say it.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Hello. Good evening, Successionaires.
How you doing,
and I
baby
want to
girl?
hit from a lighter note here.
Okay.
I'm doing good. So I've been enjoying the conversation. Great conversation, very stimulating. You really stirred up some people here.
You know I get stirred up when we get into this, baby girl. You know me. It fires me up.
I already know. I was waiting for me to have to jump in there and tame that beast because he was jumping out the cage a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I know you have some stuff to get off your chest. You know, I just enjoy, Mr. Murray, when you talk about us as a people, a race, and being the biggest consumers, but we look at these other nationalities that come into our communities where we're heavily populated. Why do they come there? Because we have the money. They come in there and they get rich.
Yes.
They get rich off of our money, but yet we're crying that we're broke, but yet we're spending enough money to make somebody else rich. And I love when you break that down, Mr. Murray. But what I love is you're not just talking about it, Mr. Murray. You're here teaching us right now. You're lecturing to us on this call right now for those of us who want to listen, want to learn. But you also said if you're not a part of the solution, you are the problem.
Yes.
So what I love, Mr. Murray, is you're not just talking about it, you are being about it. You are a solution for the people. You love your people. We all know you're passionate about your people, your culture.
Yes.
That's why you do what you do. You come here every Tuesday. You're doing all you can to advance us as a people. And I look at how you have these events. You know, like you have an event coming up tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Because you're not just talking about it, you're being about it. You're doing things to advance our people. You're teaching us, but you're also giving us the opportunity to grow and stretch our minds even further. So, Mr. Murray, I just want to applaud you for that, because we can come on this line and we can eat off of this table here. But this is just an appetizer. This is just an appetizer. You have a full course meal that you provide for us as well. So I just want to applaud you and say thank you for not just talking about it, but also being about. Because things are caught more than they're taught. You can talk about it, but what are you doing? You got to show the people how to make a difference. You got to show the people that you can be more than what you are, or than what the people say that you are. And you provide an opportunity for us not just to hear about it on this call, but to dig a little deeper and learn more. So I just thank you for that, Mr. Murray.
You know, I'm gonna tell.
And now that I said that, you can go ahead and announce your event for tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell a story that was told to me once about people going to heaven and people going to hell. Well, people were going to hell, you know, and they had all this food, and they were still starving. They had these long spoons that you couldn't, with your arms weren't long enough for you to feed yourself. The spoons were so long you couldn't feed yourself. So in hell they were starving. But in heaven, everybody was fat, plump, and eating plenty. They says, well, how is that possible? They got big spoons too. And the thing was, in hell, you're trying to feed yourself. But in heaven, you're feeding each other. Same little spoon. In heaven, you're feeding the person from across from you. And the person across from you is feeding you. But in hell, everybody's trying to only take care of themselves. That's what we're doing. We're in hell. God is when we're starving because we aren't trying to feed each other. Think about what I just told you. I'm going to tell you about what I'm doing, y'all. Tomorrow night is my second class on the Road to Success Business Workshop. It started last Wednesday, so it's going to be for the next 3 Wednesdays from 6 to 9 at 9221 Hampton Overlook, Capitol Heights, Maryland. It's the Road to Success Business Workshop. You can get tickets at the door, or you can go online at mmworkshop1.eventbrite.com. That's mmworkshop1.eventbrite.com. You have any questions, call the Institute at 240-619-2019. Tickets will be available at the door, y'all. So, you know, you can come get tickets at the door. 6 to 9. We're giving you everything. This is a workshop, y'all, so bring your laptop or your iPad, because we're going to give you everything that you need, like how to do your social media, health and wellness, tax ID, licensing, learn about government contracting, websites, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to get all of that. So we're telling you, just come tomorrow. It's at 9221 Hampton Overlook, Capitol Heights, Maryland. It's right behind. It's right behind Kingdom Square, which used to be Hampton Mall. So come on through tomorrow. Call me at 240-619-2019. And I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. We can give you, and when you walk out, you will have all of this stuff. All of this, your licensing, your trademark, your tax ID, Dun & Bradstreet. I'm going to do government contracting. The last week, which is the 20th, I'm going to teach you the 12 personal controls. And it's a lot of stuff we're going to cover. It's a lot of stuff we're going to cover. But when you leave there, you can have everything you need for your business. You can be legal. Put it this way, you are going to be business legal. We're making sure of that. Because like I told you, the state, the government, across the country has changed the rules and regulations of business owners now. And you better know what you're doing. Because they're going to shut you down if you don't. If you don't have some of this stuff, they're going to shut you down. And trust me, if you got a telephone or television, they know all about you. You can't hide. And I always got telephones, so they know. You got television, so they know. So I'm going to teach you about all of this stuff. Last week we went over mindset, business etiquette, and public speaking. Because if you have a business or something, you're a public speaker. And people don't realize that. I gave scripts and everything so people would know how to talk to your clients to get them to patronize you. I know I get hyper, y'all. I am very hyper when it comes to stuff talking about like racism. I'm from West Virginia, y'all. I experienced it. But with towns I couldn't even go in. I bet not go in these certain towns. And there was 3 towns between my hometown and where I went to high school that I better not stop in one of them 3 towns. That bus better not break down. I grew up there. I grew up like that. So I know about racism. And they come up here and fight it? Yes, I understand it. Lines, okay, y'all, I'm going to give 1 more minute. Anybody got something they want to say? You got 1 minute. If not, I'm going to close it out.
I just want to say, Mr. Murray, thank you for your service. And we oftentimes think we up north, but Mason-Dixon starts at Pennsylvania.
You're correct. Catherine, my brother, I want to thank you. You're one of the participants. You're not just you're a doer. You're a doer, and you come to all my events. You tune in righteously every week. You know, and you add into the show, and I appreciate it, my brother.
Mr. Murray, you want to tell them about the minority business night?
Brenda, you want to do that because I don't have it in front of me?
Okay. So on March the 14th, from 6 to 8 p.m., there will be a minority business night in Annapolis, that's in Maryland. And Delegate Lewis is throwing it on, and it's going to be at the Low House Office Building in room 170 and 180. The address is at 6 Bladen, B-L-A-D-E-N Street in Annapolis, Maryland. The zip code is 21401. It's connecting with minority businesses with your legislators. If you want to come out, Mr. Murray, that's what we're talking about it. You want to come out, you want to find a leak section to 5113C34, whatever, and you're trying to connect with people with money, you definitely want to come out to this event so you can connect with your legislators and other business partners.
And I am going to be there. I've got that in my calendar, so I'm going to be there. So come out and y'all meet me. You know, and see, and you know, I'm there so much. You know, they know most elected officials there know me, and Jazz Lewis definitely knows me. Because I'm trying to.
I'm gonna share it to your page.
Huh?
I'll share it to your page.
Okay, thank you, Glenda. Well, y'all, I think that's it. We went 15 minutes over, and I didn't mean to go over because I keep saying I got to start making this show an hour show instead, and we always seem to go over. And so I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And like I tell you, I always tell you, if you push me, why am I not getting no sound? I always tell you, if you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. It doesn't matter whether I'm pushing or pulling y'all. We'll get there together. Y'all don't get upset. And Michelle Uhuru, I love you, dear. I swear I do. And ain't nothing you can do about it. And to the rest of the family out there, I too, as sure as I'm black and got a pure heart, I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. So just keep loving me, y'all, because I love to be loved, because I give so much love. Until next time, y'all, I'm saying God bless. And keep working on your road to success. Racism, so what? That should not stop us. That should energize us to support each other and build our nation.
Thank you.
Until next time, God bless, and keep working on your road to success. Until next time, God bless.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you back here same time, same place next week. Until then, have a phenomenal week on purpose. Be blessed. Great job, William Murray.